She's the last child, but she has 2 other brothers. Do they normally beat you? She looked at me like this, and she could not say anything. But throughout the screening, I discovered that this girl, she needs somebody, or one of the recommendations that I gave to the school and to her teacher was that, look, you need to encourage this girl. I think she has some kind of domestic, home front challenges, and she's always scared of people. That could be the reason why she's having difficulty doing well in her academics. Please, I know that children will always they will always be naughty. Always be naughty. It's not their fault. It is their brains. There is a part of the brain called the prefrontal cortex. It is the last to develop. And that is why in America and in other developed countries, if a child is less than 18 and if the child commits murder, that child will not be killed. He will be sent to what? To rehab. It is because of this. Please, I want us to look up. This is our prefrontal cortex. And this part of the brain is responsible for who you end up becoming. That any kind of insult to this part of the brain might lead to what? To a learning difficulty or learning disability. Let me quickly tell us this story. Prefrontal cortex. Hello, parents. Hello, parents. Are we together? Please, let me share this story with us. There was a case in America, and I speak to you till this day. The man's brain is still there at Harvard University. His name is Finis Gage. This man happened to be a responsible father. He was an engineer, a diligent worker, and a friendly kind of employee. But something happened that changed the personality of this man and that made the neuroscience community to begin to focus on the prefrontal cortex. There was a day like that, he was on duty and he was trying to fix the railroad. But unfortunately for him, one of the rods exploded and destroyed his prefrontal cortex. The rod entered this part of the brain and destroyed the neurons in that part of the brain. Luckily for him, he was rushed to the hospital. The rod was removed from his brain. He was healed, but he became a changed person. One, he started going to hotels. Whenever he receives his salary, he goes to the hotel and he started sleeping with prostitutes. 2, he lost his marriage. 3, he became a kind of a habitual gambler, and so on and so forth. And when he died, up to now, his brain is still being investigated. What could be responsible for his changed personality? It was because the rod that entered his prefrontal cortex destroyed what? Those cells, those neurons that are responsible for decision making, for intelligence, for imagination, for critical thinking, etc. They were destroyed. So there's a kind of connection between injury to our brains. There's a connection with it to what? To learning disability. Imagine if such an individual has decided to come to a school. Will he or would he have been able to acquire knowledge? No. Because the part of the brain that supports education has been destroyed. So do not forget, I've told us about acute childhood experience, then traumatic brain injury, just like the story that I shared with us, could result in what? In learning disability. Let me please share another story with us quickly. The chairman of Dyslexia Foundation of Nigeria, there was a time like that his son had a kind of an accident in school. There was this injury that his son had. His son was taken to the hospital. He was treated and he was discharged. But do you know that this was a smart boy? Later on, the parent discovered that the boy could not read and write. It was because the injury that the boy sustained in the left side of his brain had already destroyed those neurons, that support reading and writing. So the father did some kind of research and he discovered that there was no clinic in Nigeria. So the boy was flown abroad. In the United States of America, all the states in America, they have what? Dyslexia kind of laws. That every child who doesn't know how to read and write is the responsibility of the school to take care of that child. So to cut the long story short, the guy was flown abroad. He was diagnosed, of dyslexia, and interventions were given to him. And I speak to you now. This boy can read and write, and that led the father, to what? To creating that foundation. He wanted to help other children who are dyslexic. So another point is this: that parents and school owners and teachers. I am not against children playing, but please don't let them engage in extreme or dangerous plays, because anything, the brain is still in its developmental state. Any insult might affect that child later in the